Hi everyone, my name is Heather Murphy and this is my Module 1 introduction video. I live in Conway Springs, Kansas, which is about 30 minutes southwest of Wichita. I recently got married in September. I graduated from Kansas Wesleyan in 2017 and I'm currently working at Eisenhower Elementary in Wellington, Kansas. This is my second year teaching there and I teach in second grade. We have an open classroom concept, so we have a big room with 2 second grades in there, and so me and my co-teacher actually are in the same room, and even though I have about 19 to 25 students a year, we collaborate and we co-teach both classes together, and so I like to say I have 50 kiddos in my class. My school uses a program called FastBridge to kind of drive their instruction. The first year they just collected data and saw that we were kind of low in our scores, and so they started looking at some curriculum to help us get those scores up. We started with getting a new math curriculum, and then the second year we really started to look at that data and see how it changed it, and our scores for math were going up, and so they decided to get a new reading curriculum as well this year, or for next year, so I'm really excited about that. They look at this data to kind of see where our students are and to see if they are on grade level. And if they're not, that just means they need some intervention. And so we use our MTSS time to give them that intervention. So if they need intensive intervention, they get 60 minutes of reading, for example, a day. And if they need some intervention, then they get 30 minutes a day. And then we progress monitor them. If they're intense intervention, they get progress monitored every week. And then some intervention, they get progress monitored every other week. And so then they move groups according to where they are at. And then we can also see if those interventions are not helping the student. We have to figure out what else we can do to help that student get what they need. I use FastBridge to drive my instruction in the classroom, especially for my groups, my intervention groups. We have a reading interventionist who comes in and progress monitors the students for me. So one thing that I'm not as well as that I should probably be better is looking at those scores, because since I'm not the ones doing them, then I do not always look at the scores as much as I should and change my groups probably as much as I should. So that's one thing that I definitely need to be better at, is looking at that data and also really understanding it, since I'm not the one progress monitoring them. And then another thing that I do is in like whole core curriculum is math. I use exit tickets, so every day after a lesson they have to complete an exit ticket, and that shows me if they understand it and we can move on, or if I need to go back and reteach it. In reading, we don't have exit tickets, but we have assignments and skills checks that I use. I also use FastBridge because every student takes it fall, winter, and spring, and so even the students on grade level, I look at that to make sure they're making the progress that they need to make, and then if they're not, or they're kind of going backwards, then I figure out what they're missing, and so I can give them more intervention. But that is also something I need to be looking at a little bit more, because there is some really good data and graphs in there that have a lot of information that I'm not entirely for sure how to read yet, so I really need to take some time and look at that as well. My plan to improve my knowledge of data: FastBridge is one thing, setting up a time to look at it each week and understanding all those graphs and different information that it's giving me. Hopefully this class will give me some insight on how to read different things so I know what to look for, or the good things that I need to look for. And then also looking at after fall, winter, and spring. And then standard report cards, I feel that will help me see exactly what the students are missing. But I don't know too much about data, so I'm really excited to learn about this in the class. Thank you for listening.